Well, we're back again, coming out of the field, getting closer to home. Actually, there's our driveway right here, the lane, and it goes on down. You see the corn all the way to the left. Little shot of the barn right there, and that's that corn crib. You can kind of see now where that forest is that we were walking through. Kind of goes all the way along. This is the upper tier, where the ravine was probably I won't say the steepest, but it was at the highest point. And about right in here, she starts to drop down. And where the marsh is well beyond this group of trees right here, another 200 yards down. And that's where it really gets low and marshland. Well, we can see we did plant some tomatoes here this year. Just a couple of them, but they're starting to come in here pretty good. And of course, this is one of my favorite parts right here. This is our fire pit, and we get a nice cool summer night. Kind of nice to come out here and sit on the benches and enjoy a nice fire. All this rock right in here you see was from that rock mine area that I showed you in one of the other videos. So some of these rock here actually was in the front of the house as part of a patio, so we just moved it over here. Creates a nice little area for the fire pit. Now you can also notice these benches. These benches were actually horse troughs, water troughs, and it's all solid limestone, and it has been carved out. You can kind of see the dimensions there, and you can kind of see that depression there. Right here, this is where all the water, and obviously turn the other way around, and then the water would collect in there, and then the horses would be able to drink their water. Now you can get a good look at that airplane over there. He's looks like he's fertilizing or spraying the neighbor's fields over there. This fence we just added this year, just to give it a little bit more dimension and kind of highlight the fire pit area. Here's some wood that we've been burning, and right now it looks like this stack's getting a little bit low, but we got a little bit more over here. Actually, this is not necessarily a wood pile. This is where we shoot. If you have any target practice with a 22 or what have you, you can shoot, and that's our little backstop for it. And here's some more recent wood. This came down last summer, and I know it's not stacked real well, but you can kind of see the size of the logs. There's pretty big logs. You don't want to just kind of pick those up and move them around like toothpicks. So they're going to just sit here until one day, maybe they dry out enough, and we'll put them on the fire, and we'll have a nice big fire. Now back here, there's another shot of that airplane going around the corner. There he is. I don't know if you can see him. I'm sure we're going to hear him all day long now. They get pretty wild. This area back in here, I cleared out last year. It was all full of poison ivy. You could not see the base of those trees. It was all vines and poison ivy. So, cleared it all out, putting all kinds of mulch in here, and created a nice little area back in here. So now we just put some rocks in here. It's just a nice little clearing. Don't really come out here too much, but now it kind of looks like a little art garden. Driftwood. This driftwood came from the old pioneer's home, where Ellen's dad grew up, and just a couple old trees that I figured that driftwood looked kind of cool. Here's some part of these wagon wheels I showed you in the field, and I just took those out, left that other stuff lay. All the wood from the wagon, of course, was all rotted out a long time ago. So there's a good look at the back of the house. And you see all these vines here. These are wild grapevines. It'd be nice if they actually had fruit on them. You could make your own wine, but they don't. So they're more of a nuisance than anything else. Last year I cleared them all out, and they're all back again. This area back of the house is a very young forest, and really it should not even be there, but it's just grown up over the years. But at one time that was all just flat land, open land. You could see all the way on down to the marsh. So at some point Ellen may want to get that cleared out. It's more of a security thing than anything else. Alright, coming down the corner of the backyard. Again, I mulched all this in here, cleared out most of this stuff. These big trees that you see here are black walnut. Black walnut trees. They could really yield a lot of nuts, but they're very painful to try and get them to market, because you have to take all the shells off, you got to get them all clean, and quite frankly, you don't get that much for it. So not too many people actually harvest the nuts. Now here's another part of the fence that we did this year. We added this year, and what we're actually going to be doing, clearing out this land down here and creating a little bit more of a landscape look. So when you look out the picture window, which is right on the side of the house right here, you'll have a nice clear view of some land. So rather than just having vines and trees and everything else, and weeds. So now we're coming around to the front of the house, and thought maybe we get a glimpse of Ellen sitting on the porch, but she must be inside doing some work. But there's the front porch, and a great place to spend some time and look out over the front fields. Ellen's got it looking pretty nice, and give you a nice little look at the house right out front. And the view that you have, looking out, is also pretty impressive. And with that, we'll end this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you then.